What have I gotten myself into? This was my thought as I walked across the tarmac in the misty rain and stepped into the 5-man bush plane that was going to take me to my first real job. As we taxied out onto the runway, I questioned if this small, rickety plane would make it over the fjords to the remote salmon cannery where I would be working for the next 2 months. The plane took off, and immediately every doubt that I had about the ride succumbed to the view outside my window. I was overcome with awe of the majesty and beauty of nature and the ruggedness of the snow-capped Alaskan mountains. At that moment, flying over the mountains and the water, the constant hum of the plane motor in my ear, I realized what I had gotten myself into. It was something that I always dreamed of doing, an adventure. Upon graduating high school, my goal was to take the road less traveled. When I heard about the salmon cannery job in Alaska, I knew it was my ticket to get out of my comfort zone. I thought I was going to Alaska for the experience, to see a new place, to be in a state I had never been to, and I was right for the most part. Yet Alaska offered me so much more. What even happens at a salmon cannery, many may ask? Well, working in Alaska taught me about the intricacies. A salmon cannery is a food processing plant. Salmon arrive at the plant in boats. They are headed and gutted and then sent to various production areas. Some go to be frozen immediately, and others are sent to the cannery, where they are processed and placed in cans. I was involved in the quality assurance department, where I was in charge of monitoring the quality of the salmon that came into the plant, plus all the machinery and people that worked with the fish. Duties entailed checking to see if workers wore their hairnets, taking temperatures of fish to make sure they were cold enough, and inspecting machinery to make sure nothing would break off and harm the end product. This job showed me how detail-oriented the food industry is. There is an immense amount of precaution and work to put any type of food onto the market. Working in Alaska taught me the importance of education, especially a college education. A normal workday was 18 hours long, sometimes taking temperatures of fish and inspecting the seam of a can the whole time. I enjoyed my friendships with coworkers, and I learned something about myself as well. I found out that for me, this type of work was repetitive and boring. That's when the value of a college education really hit me. The key to getting the job I truly aspired for in life was through earning a college degree. The remoteness of the cannery meant that I was disconnected from the internet. My cell phone only had service in 2 areas. Sounds horrible, right? Actually, it wasn't that bad. I enjoyed being disconnected from the media. I considered it a gift. I became more aware of the beauty of nature around me, and grew to appreciate the one Earth that we have. An added benefit was the opportunity to experience wildlife in its natural habitat. Alaska taught me more than I ever imagined. I made friendships from all around the country, learned about salmon processing, and that a college education is extremely important. I also formed an appreciation for nature and a desire to care for it. Yet most importantly, my summer in Alaska proved to me that stepping out of your comfort zone leads to new adventures, independence, and life lessons that will be essential for years to come. I have tried to live similarly since my Alaskan experience, attempting to test new waters at Penn State and wherever life takes me. I've discovered that expanding my comfort level is truly the most rewarding way to learn.